This program is made possible with grants from the Armor Automatic Garage Door Lock Company, protecting the largest door in your home. Imperial Screen Company, Incorporated, manufacturers of alarm screens for 35 years. Omni Concepts Incorporated, stop them at your door with OmniGuard and watch them with the unconventional peephole, the door scope. And from the Weiser Lock Company, manufacturers of the Weiser Bolt, a lock set plus deadbolt in one.
Neighborhood Watch has become a classic crime prevention film. My dad made it over 20 years ago. And yes, that little girl running home is me. I still remember the awful time I had screaming. Dad wanted it to be just right. I guess that's what makes this film so special. Well, he's got a new idea. One that lets you access specific crime prevention information as quickly as you want. Watch.
Isn't this the picture of contentment? Peaceful, safe? There's a secure feeling here, one we should all experience. Data published by the FBI shows that the burglary rate is going down in our country. Programs like this are working, but they're creating another problem: apathy. Too many are saying, it'll never happen to me. And what if it does? I've got insurance. Do you have insurance to replace your photo album? What about the wall where your pictures and memorabilia of a lifetime are displayed? And those mementos that mean so much and cannot be replaced at any cost. Burglars who enter your home don't just take money. They destroy things. They create havoc, even start fires. Most of all, they leave you and your family with the feeling of being personally violated. It's not very nice. Well, you can make your home or apartment just as safe and secure as this place. All it takes is a little effort on your part. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you a lot of ideas that'll teach you how to protect your home. Grab a notebook and pencil so you can take notes. Most residential burglaries are preventable. Now, I won't tell you all burglaries are preventable, but it's not as hard as you may think. Preventing crime is not the sole specialty of your police department. It's everyone's responsibility. Neighbors working together and with their police department are essential to the safety and security of us all. Neighborhood watch meetings are a darn good way of getting to know one another. And once you're friends, you look out for each other. Protecting our homes is as vital to our personal safety as anything I can imagine. Let's start learning how to protect ourselves right here, outside. After all, it's the outside of your home that the burglar first sees. If it looks like it is occupied, protected, well maintained, chances are the thief will go elsewhere. Interviews by police of arrested burglars have revealed that the use of deadbolt locks, secondary window locks, neighborhood watch, or alarm decals force a thief to go elsewhere. The experts call this displacement.
The first place to check is your shrubbery. Wow, look at those windows. A burglar could work all day behind those bushes and never be noticed. With just a few minutes of your time, you could stop that guy cold and never spend a dime doing it.
Do you remember Jack Elam from Home Security Survey? He was showing the importance of trimming your shrubbery so the burglar won't be hidden while attempting entry to your home. It's worth doing. It works. Storage buildings and garages are often the target of thieves. Secure the doors with good cane bolts, padlocks, and hasps. A good security hasp will be made of hardened steel and will hide the screws used to fasten it. When installing a hasp, be sure to include a backing plate. Otherwise, the thief can simply pry it off. You might like the convenience of electric garage door openers. Sectional doors, like this one, are fairly difficult to pry open. The door rides up in grooved tracks on each side. However, on single-panel doors, the corners can be easily pried up far enough for a burglar to slip underneath. You can add to your security by installing the Armor Garage Door Locking System. With this system in place, the door is secured at each corner, so it can't be forced open. It works automatically, is armor-plated, requires no maintenance, and works with every make of opener. If you have a power failure, the door can be locked and unlocked manually. The best thing is there is no change to your existing door opener operation. Common sense tells us lighting is probably the most economical nighttime security precaution we can use. Helps avoid accidents, too. Lighting by itself won't tell a thief someone's in the house, but a dark house is a certain sure target. Keeping a light burning at all entrances denies the burglar the cover of darkness. It provides a lot of convenience for you, too, when you come home after dark. If you're energy conscious, reduce the wattage of the bulb. Use timers or sensors. Some thieves come from your own neighborhood, so when you put a light on only when you're away, it's a dead giveaway that you're not home. The best bet is to use timers and be consistent. Install a lighted street number panel big enough to be easily read from the street, so emergency personnel can find you if necessary. If you live in an apartment or condo complex, make sure it also has the street numbers plainly visible from the street. If you're going to be away for a spell, be sure to leave the house looking like it's occupied. If you are not going to be away for a long time, have a neighbor pick the paper up and collect the mail. The daily presence of the letter carrier and newsboy is a deterrent to theft. The point is, a front porch cluttered with old papers, delivery parcels, and mail jutting out of the mailbox is a great invitation to a burglar. This is a no-no. If you're away, even for a short time, don't. I'll say it again, don't leave notes on the door. It's the best invitation a burglar can have. And never hide a key under the mat, over the door, or on the water tap. If you want to leave a spare key, leave it with a trusted neighbor. What makes you think a burglar is so dumb he won't notice this phony rock key holder? It's as out of place there as ketchup on ice cream. If you're going to use one of these, make sure it looks like it belongs where you set it. Most burglars know where to look. Remove the apartment numbers from your mailbox and pager system. This prevents a burglar from identifying vacant apartments if he should get inside the building. It only takes a burglar a few minutes to get into your home, steal a bunch of stuff, and get away. Don't invite him in. Security or fire code requirements in your city or state may prohibit the use of some locks, so check with authorities before installing extra security. This is a lock set plus deadbolt in one piece. It's called the Weiser bolt. Since its introduction several years ago, the Weiser bolt is still the first and only lock set and deadbolt in one. It's a sturdy keyed lock set that becomes a full 1-inch deadbolt with just a turn of the key. And with just a turn of the inside knob or thumb latch, this panic-proof lock set and deadbolt retracts fully. It fits right into a standard knob set hole, so you can install it without drilling an extra hole. Just take out your old knob set and put in the high-security Weiser bolt. Now, good locks on your doors aren't going to do a bit of good unless you protect the other parts of the door system, too. I'm talking about beefing up the door frame. Do you know that aside from leaving the door unlocked and letting a burglar just walk right in, one of the main ways he gains entrance is by putting his shoulder to the door? Most often, the strike is held in place by 2 short screws fixed into soft wood. It doesn't take much to bust it open. One of the best ways to defeat this type of forced entry is to install an OmniGuard high-security interlock. They're made to fit homes, apartments, businesses, and institutions. The OmniGuard consists of 2 uniquely patented steel interlocking components that are most effective in preventing forced door entries short of destroying the door or frame. To get an idea just how strong this thing is, interlock your fingers like this. Now try pulling them apart. It's the simple ideas that work most effectively. See, one piece is securely fastened to the door. No way a thief could unscrew that from the door. The second piece is made of security strength steel also and mates with the piece on the door. This door is secure. Speaking of the door, it should be made of solid wood or metal. This is important for all of your perimeter doors. If the door doesn't sound like this, a good solid sound, chances are your door is made of hollow construction. Hollow doors are made for privacy, not security. There's one more thing I want to show you on this door. Look at this. A peephole, you say? This is the door scope. It's a revolutionary new product that virtually eliminates the conventional peephole. You can see outside the door from up to 7 feet inside the security of your home. The advanced optics give the viewer a sharp, clear, wide-angle picture for quick, accurate, and reliable identification of all visitors. You can see what's going on outside your door as you walk by inside. No more need to push your face up to the door to see. Children and folks in wheelchairs find it extremely valuable. The door scope can be used on any door and is easy to install. If your home or complex uses protective bars, screens, drain spouts, or sprinkler pipes, be sure that they cannot be climbed. This will prevent the burglar from climbing to the 2nd floor and above. It is also important that the burglar is not able to reach through the bars or screens to unlock or disable them. In apartment complexes, install reminder signs on the garage gate requesting all residents to wait for the gate to close behind them. These signs should be clearly visible at entrances and exits. This makes it extremely difficult for a burglar or assailant to enter unobserved if tenants wait until the gate closes. Sliding glass doors and windows pose another security problem. Many of them can be simply lifted out of their track and removed. Some, given a push, will snap the all-too-weak latch and allow unwanted entry. If you install a wooden lath or a metal plate in the upper track of a sliding door, like this, and secure it with screws and install a metal pinning device, no one will be able to lift that door off its track or slide it open. Here are some other locks and locking devices for sliding glass doors and windows. These simple aluminum sliding window locks just slip right on and tighten with a thumb screw. Here's another lock for metal windows or doors that uses a lever action to hold it in place. Double-hung sash windows are one of the most common windows around. They create a security problem because people forget to lock them before going out. Securing double-hung sash windows is as easy as drilling a hole at a downward angle, like this, and pinning the panels together with an easy sliding nail. A second hole, a couple of inches up, allows the window to be open for ventilation, but still won't let a burglar get in. A stick wedged between the window and the frame will prevent the window from being opened. Let's listen to Jack for some more tips on window security.
If you happen to have louvered windows and you can't afford to replace them, then your next best protection is to buy a can or a tube of two-part epoxy cement and glue them shut. You'll still be able to operate your louvers, but the burglar won't be able to remove them without breaking the individual panes of glass. And that means noise, and burglars don't like noise. Casement windows are pretty hard to secure, but not impossible. If you follow these instructions, you'll add to your casement window security. Well, since we're talking about window security, we'd better talk about the proper way to use iron bars, grills, or grates. To install permanent bars, grills, or grates is like building your own tomb. Never let anyone install iron bars on your windows that can't be released from the inside of the house. If there happens to be a fire or heavy smoke or a burglar in the house, you'll want to get out of the house quickly.
Now push the window. Open the window latch.
While we're at it, let me give you a piece of good advice. If anyone tells you to nail a window shut for protection against burglars, tell him to do it in his own house, not yours.
Almost every window in a home has a screen on it. Do you know that a screen can be a very important burglar alarm? Watch.
Here, you take that. Get over to this window. I want to show you something. All right, we'll try this window. Now look at that screen. That looks pretty normal, don't it? Yeah. What we'll do, we'll just cut the screen here and we'll get at the window. Well, guess that screen wasn't so normal after all. If you look real close, you see those little wires threaded through it. When you cut one of those wires or you take the screen off, it sets off the alarm.
That's amazing.
Sure is. Here, take that. Watch out, it's very sharp. Come on over here, I'll show you something else.
Remember this scene? Done almost 20 years ago. You know, it's still good advice. Watch.
It is recommended that driver's license numbers be used because they are easy to trace. For those people who do not have a driver's license, some states issue non-driver identification cards. By law, the officer cannot turn over recovered articles without positive identification. So this identification greatly increases your chance of getting your property back if it is stolen.
Burglars don't like to take things they know can be traced. They're harder to fence that way. So mark your things. They didn't have video cameras when Scott Brady made the original Neighborhood Watch, but they are priceless for inventorying your valuables, especially items that can't be marked. With a camcorder in hand, record everything in your home. You can narrate as you go, giving information like the value, where obtained, and so forth, or you can add sound later. Keep the tape in a safe place, and don't forget to update it once in a while. A good place to keep the tape is in your safe deposit box. Properly identifying your valuables and making a list of household items may seem like a waste of time. I guess it might be, if the possibility of your being burglarized or if a fire in your home didn't exist. Plain truth is, it does exist. If you really want to know how important a video inventory is, ask your insurance agent. Burglar alarms are an important part of home security. Some systems even notify police and alarm companies when they're activated. If you want some excellent information on burglar alarms, ask your crime prevention officer to show you the video, Home Security Alarms. Let's say you're a burglar and you see an alarm sign in the front yard, and you also see that the neighbors on either side don't have one. Which home are you going to hit? 15 years ago, people thought burglar alarms were only for the very rich. Not the case anymore. The average price for a residential system is in the $1,500 range. It should include protection on all exterior doors, interior motion sensors, smoke detectors, and a loud sounding device to let the thief know he has activated the alarm system. In addition to peace of mind and warding off intruders, an alarm system may reduce your insurance premiums by as much as 20%. One thing you should remember, the installation of any alarm is not a substitute for good home security. Locks, locking devices, and alarms must be partners in your home security system. Statistically, a burglary is committed somewhere in our country every few seconds. Don't make the mistake of thinking because you don't live in a neighborhood with large, expensive homes, you have nothing to worry about. Nothing could be further from the truth. Burglars look for targets with zeal, an easy mark, and that could be you. Let's review the ways you can protect your home, family, and personal treasures. The most important thing you can do is to get involved in a neighborhood watch program. If there isn't one in your neighborhood, call your local law enforcement crime prevention officer and ask for help in starting one. Storage buildings and attached garages should be secured with quality hardware. Burglars don't like to be seen or heard, so make your home appear to be occupied. Light is a major nighttime crime deterrent, so keep all dark areas well lighted. Increase the time it will take a burglar to gain entrance to your home by using high-quality perimeter locks and locking devices. Put up signs to remind occupants to be alert. If the automatic gate operates slowly, keep an eye on it to be sure no one gets in that isn't supposed to. Take tools in hand and install some of the extra security in your home you've seen in this program. It won't cost much at all, and it will pay you handsome dividends in peace of mind and safety for your family. I know we've covered an awful lot of information in the past few minutes, and you're probably going to have some questions. To get additional information about the products shown, call the number listed with the product. Your crime prevention officer is a real security professional. He knows security, what works and what doesn't. He's there to help. Thanks for watching.